We finally done it. We finally have a Tesla on the channel. Welcome everybody to the 2024 Tesla Model 3. For MY24, they've brought in lots of changes and they've fixed a lot of bugs. Or have they? Let's find out. Quite a few changes for the MY24 for the Tesla Model 3. One of them is this paint. It's called Stealth Grey and it's inspired from its bigger brother, the Model S. The earlier grey on the Model 3 was a bit of a lighter shade. This is much more darker, much more sleeper. And I like it this way because it blends in with regular traffic. You don't know that what potential this car has just by looking at it. Another change is this headlight. So this is very sleek design. It's definitely different to the previous Model 3. So when you see one with these sleeker lights, you know that this is the MY24. Not much more changes in the front though. However, this is an EV, right? And they're one of the better ones. So you do have a very capable frunk as well. So when you open it, you get access to put in some decent luggage. I'd say it can take some groceries, office bags, even a cabin luggage, I'd say at best, which is very, very handy. What can I say? It's just so beautifully packaged. And then you can close it down. And then you come to the side where there are not too many changes for MY24. The only major change I'll say are this redesigned wheel caps, which are again 18 inches and they're blacked out. So again, it's all stealth, pun intended. But yeah, it just looks good and you know unmistakably it's a Tesla. Come to the rear of the Model 3, there are a few changes that you can instantly notice. One of them is this tail light design. So it's got the claw design, which is now getting increasingly popular in the car market. It looks really cool. It's an all LED unit. Another change is the lack of the logo. So before you used to have the Tesla logo, now it's just Tesla mentioned in letters, which is again pretty cool as well. You do have some differences at the bottom of the bumper, which is again exclusive to the MY24. And then you also see the notchback design, which is a very short boot, but that also means it has got a massive boot space. So it's got 615 liters of boot space, which can take in a lot of luggage. Also new to the MY24, the tail lights are now joint with the boot. So when you open the boot, the tail lights also come part of it. So you can see the empty space here, which is again slightly different to the MY23, and only keen noticers will definitely spot this change. But yeah, what can I say? Tesla didn't have to change too much stuff between the MY23 and 24. Subtle changes here and there make sure that this car is still very cool, very relevant in today's market. Now inside the updated Model 3, as you can see, it's so airy. The white interiors definitely help the cause, but it's such a glass house. You have a huge glass up top and even the windshield rakes behind so much light comes in. It's such a spacious place to be. Lots of changes for the MY24. You do have a big screen. I mean, the old Model 3 also had a screen, but this is bigger and it does much more stuff. So lots more functionalities. No more stalks here. So the older Model 3 had stalks for the indicators and the gear selector, so all that's gone. The indicators are now on the steering wheel, which can take some getting used to, and the gear selector is through the screen, or you have some physical buttons up top, which is also very unique and can take some getting used to. But again, it's all about tech, it's all about futuristic stuff, so this is as futuristic as it gets. The screen resolution is top notch, and I know it has a divided opinion because it has all the information like the speed, and conventional car owners miss the speedo console in front, but I think this is something you can definitely get used to because the readouts are pretty clear and it has everything covered A to Z. You do have a wireless car charger, 2 phone chargers, you do have a huge storage, you have cup holders, and then you have some more storage here. So it's very, very practical, very well thought. Another change for the MY24 is you don't have the big wooden piece, but you have this new sustainable material on the dash, and you do have new ambient lighting around the dash, which just enhances the whole ambience of the interior. What can I say? Tesla has really upped their game, and you know they had lots of issues with quality control in the past years. They have fixed everything with this update. Even the door thuds and everything just has improved and sounds much better than the previous car. Now in the rear of the updated Model 3, as you can see, as I said, the whole white interior, the glass effect just lends so much light. It feels so airy, so welcoming. Legroom is really not an issue. So this driving seat is actually a bit more behind than what I would usually sit. As you can see, I still have a lot of knee room. Not a lot of space to tuck in my feet under the seat, but again, the batteries are inside the floor, so that's understandable. Headroom is also good. I'm 5'8". I'm not touching, but I believe Passengers around 6 foot, maybe more than 6 foot, might brush their hair against the, I can see the rear windscreen because it's just one connected big piece. But yeah, it's very nice, very nice. The windows are also pretty big. You have the same new ambient lighting, which is so cool. What can I say? It just feels very nice. And another party trick that the new MY24 Model 3 has is this screen to control everything. So you can control the airflow, you can watch videos on it, and you can actually move the passenger seat as well for more legroom. That's pretty cool if you ask me. And Tesla has really upped the game in the tech standards of this car. It just feels so premium, so nice, and even the screen resolution is perfect, which is just perfect if you have kids. They can be occupied, and you can connect wireless headsets like AirPods to have music just delivered to yourself and not disturb everybody else in the car, which is just perfect. What can I say? They have really upped the game in tech, be it front or back, and you can see that and feel that in this 2024 Model 3. Behind the wheel of the 2024 Tesla Model 3. So this is the standard range. There is a long range, and there is a performance that has recently been announced last week, but that's yet to hit the markets. So this is the standard range. It has a 60 kilowatts per hour battery, about 280 horsepower. 0 to 100 is claimed is 6.1 seconds, and 438 kilometers of claimed range. But I think you can get very close to that figure, which is an awesome thing. Let's see how this car drives. So I have it ready, and if I launch this vehicle, whoa, and it pulls. Complete silence, which I love about every EV. Is so nice, and you can feel the update. So I've driven the pre-updated, the MY23 Model 3, and now with this MY24 you can really feel the difference. The suspension tuning feels much nicer. The steering is also very nice, and the major thing is the noise insulation. So the glasses and everything, they have really worked on it, so you hardly feel anything. In fact, while we were shooting this car, somebody was cutting their grass with a big machine, and every time we were inside the car, we hardly heard anything. It's very quiet. It's so silent and so refined. It's actually a very good car to drive. All the Tesla haters, I know you don't want to hear this, but it's actually one of the better cars to drive in this segment, and of this body size as well. It just feels so composed. I am on some patchy roads, and nothing is getting filtered. The seats are very good. You have a lot of adjustment, and the seats themselves are very cushioning. The cushioning is just perfect. But yeah, it just feels so very nice, very quiet, very refined. Obviously it's an EV, all these things go hand in hand, but this just feels nice. And even the steering, it's a very small steering, and this is also new. The design is new for MY24, but it just feels so nice to hold, and it's very zippy. So you can actually like just zip into corners and see, like if I change lanes, wow. And it's so agile. The car is so agile. Like honestly, these are things a conventional petrol head does not want to hear, but there is no denying how good this car is to drive. It's just so nice. Everything is just perfect. It feels so tight, and this is a brand new car, so obviously, but these cars do age pretty well. They have worked on rattles, so there are no rattles. The quality control issues have been worked. The door thud is nicer. Just little tweaks here and there. Tesla has just perfected the Model 3. And the GoPro decided to stop recording. But there's another party trick that I recorded with my phone. So let's see that party trick. Driving the MY24 latest Tesla Model 3, and this has the full autonomous driving, which is so cool. It's actually called the self-driving. So I'm on a marked road right now on a highway, and I can actually let the car do the driving. So if I press the button, I can see it's completely hands-free. So the car is driving itself within the speed limits effortlessly. It's turning, it's doing everything. It'll brake for you, it'll change lanes for you, it'll merge into highways for you efficiently. This is one of the best full self-driving programs you can find on any car in the market today. In conclusion then, the 2024 Tesla Model 3. Well, I didn't expect to review this car so soon, and now that I have, I can understand that it's a great package. The Model 3 has always been one of the best EVs on the market, and this one just takes that mantle to the next level. It drives really well, it looks fairly futuristic, the interior has lots of tech, lots of gizmos which can keep you entertained for a very long time. The space isn't that bad, the boot is very spacious, and it's got a decent range as well, which is essential for EVs these days, right? At around $62,000 for this standard range Model 3, it's actually not that badly priced, and you do get a $5,000 tax rebate as well. So the effective price is about $57,000. I would say that's a lot of car for the money, because not a lot of cars at this price point have the appeal that a Model 3 still has in this day and age. I mean, if I were in the market for an EV, I'd definitely strongly consider this one.